So I got a quiz for you. If you talk to 100 people, 100 people about real estate comes up in the conversation. Out of those 100 people, how many of them do you think actually need your real estate services within the next 30 days? Think about that, and while you're thinking about that, please, you know the deal, you know the drill. If you got anything out of what I'm about to go over, if it gave you any value, if it helped you, if it got you another deal, tell a friend, like, subscribe, you know how it goes. I put all of my real estate content, all the things that have helped me go from selling one home a month to selling more than a home a day. I put it all on YouTube for free because I was a broke real estate agent, and I don't want you to be broke because it is way better when you're not. So to answer that question, on the best day of the week, out of 100 conversations where real estate comes up, you're probably gonna have 1 to 5 are gonna actually need your services within the next 30 days. Now, 5, remember, this is on the best day of the year. So really, I like to use the number 3. And the reason why I ask this question is because a lot of times if you're either a new agent in the business or you're in one of those spells, right, where you got a lot of business, then you got no business, right? You're going up and down on the commission or income roller coaster. You need deals right now, and most agents are struggling to fill their pipeline. But regardless of where you're at with your income and with your business, the point being is that if out of 100 people, 3 of them actually need your services in the next 30 days, would you rather talk to the 97 people or talk specifically, or at least the best you can, to the 3 that are gonna need it sooner rather than later? So obviously the answer is we wanna talk to the people who need your services sooner rather than later. But the question is, well, who are those people? Now I'm gonna make this very, very clear. There are no shortcuts. There are no TikTok dances. There are no algorithms that replace getting on the phone, okay? So here's your 1, here's your 2, here's your 3. These are the 3 most common people that are gonna need your services within the next 30 days. Now, let me explain. Open houses, you're holding an open house, people walk into the open house in a home that's for sale that are looking for something, okay? FSBOs and expired listings. These are people who have their hand up right now saying, I do want to sell a property today, or somebody who said, I just tried to sell my property today, and more times than not, has a pretty good, there's probably a good chance they still want to sell it. And the last one is sphere of influence. Now, these are people who generally speaking can, if they see you, they know you by first name. So these are people that know, like, and trust you. It's the low hanging fruit. A lot of the family, the friends, right? The referrals all come in here. So what I would tell anyone who's looking to pick up more business is optimize your lead generation, your prospecting strategy around these 3 people. So for example, open houses. If you don't have any business, what's stopping you from holding an open house every day, right? At least 2 over the weekend at minimum. For sale by owners and expired listings, how many of them are you calling every morning and following up with every single day? Then sphere of influence, are you taking the time to go have the coffee appointments, to connect with old friends, to get on the phone and ask for referrals? This is where the low-hanging fruit is, and this is where the people who will need your services sooner rather than later are at. So again, going back to our original strategy, why are we taking this group here? Because of 100 people, if you talk about real estate comes up in the conversation, 100 separate people. 1 to 5 of them will actually need your real estate services in the next 30 days. We're just gonna use the number 3. Those 3 people most likely are gonna lie in these 3 categories. Now, I'm not excluding things like social media. I'm not excluding things like if you pay for lead generation or you run ads or PPC or your brokerage has some, floor duty. Like, I'm not excluding any of those. But I'm saying that all of these are 100% in your control. And I can tell you right now, if you said, hey, Ramon, new agent coming on your team, they need to make a commission check in the first 2 weeks. Like, they need to get something under contract in the first 2 weeks. What I would tell them to do is I would tell them to hold an open house literally all day, every day for the next 2 weeks, as many of them as you possibly do. While you're there, call as many for sale by owners and expired listings, and make sure that you're going to upload 200 contacts of your sphere of influence, and we're going to teach you how to methodically go through those and ask for the business. So no secret, it's just hard work, it takes time, but hey, anything worth having is going to be hard to get. Now I'm going to give you a little bonus on this, okay? So this is, again, my strategy, our teams, this is how we run. This is one side of our lead generation strategy with which our agents are required to do. But there's something that a lot of people won't tell you, is that tracking this is important. Now you're probably like, oh yeah,